watching News Channel 11 at 5, the team you can trust for 70 years.
Last spring marked the first time the Tennessee third grade reading retention law was in effect, and now educators have some experience how they're preparing students to meet the standards required to avoid retention. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. I'm Sarah Diamond.
And I'm Casey Muller. That's where we begin at 5. The law required third graders to attend tutoring sessions or summer school if they did not meet state standards. News Channel 11's Catherine Simpson has more on what educators in our region learned after their first go-around with that law. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Casey and Sarah. We spoke with Kingsport City school leaders about what they took from their first year of third grade retention. They told me that this year they're honing in on personalized attention and sticking to state standards. Kingsport City Schools Assistant Superintendent Rhonda Stringham says she's paying special attention to fourth grade's quarterly benchmarks to prevent any students from being retained.
The actual law states that they have to make adequate progress between third grade TCAP and fourth grade TCAP to go on to fifth grade.
The stakes for state testing higher than ever. Stringham says teachers are making sure each lesson lines up with state standards and asking themselves 3 questions.
How do we know if they know it? That's the benchmark. What do we do if they don't? So how do we address that in the classroom, in intervention, in tutoring, in those kind of supports? And what do we do if they already know it?
For students who scored approaching or below expectations on last year's English Language Arts TCAP exam, tutoring is required. But not all of the roughly 160 Kingsport third and fourth graders in tutoring are there because they have to be.
But then the invitation, we've had a lot of people take us up on it because they really want their children to do well.
Stringham says the district is even applying some of the techniques it's adopted to teach reading to subjects like math.
It's personalizing learning for the kids in their intervention, in their tutoring, even in their tier 1 classroom. In their regular education, we're trying to personalize it for kids so that they get what they need.
Stringham also told me that to try to improve their reading education, they've adopted a new curriculum this year. Live in Kingsport, I'm Catherine Simpson, News Channel 11. Back to you, Sarah and Casey.
Catherine, thanks.